It's not an auspicious beginning, is it? Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are again. So yes, I have returned to Concluse 2, and whenever I walk around, it randomly seems to play some sort of machine gun sound effect. Until I mention it, and then it magically stops doing it in order to make me look like a complete arse. Yes. I don't know why it stopped doing that, but well, there you are. Now you know I'm not crazy. I'm crazy for coming back and doing this again, but yes, the interaction prompt has been fixed. There has been an update quite a while ago which mended this bug. Wasn't mentioned in the changelog, but this does seem to have been mended, intentionally or unintentionally, but I don't care. The interaction prompt is here. I haven't tried pressing this button yet, though, but
Come on.
it seems to work. Tell me I don't have to do another boss fight. I've only just managed to get through after about another 5 attempts.
My hands.
That's gonna hurt, kid. Yeah, after about 3 attempts of getting through the Ducky boss fight again, which, because of course, save points before it, and has that long-winded cutscene as well.
That nightmare's finally over.
Goodness. Someone forgot ducks can fly.
You can escape me! Ducky always wins! Ducky is the king!
You're nothing more than a roadblock to seeing my wife again.
Funny how when I shot him with the gun in the boss fight it did no damage, and yet when I shoot him here it's suddenly a lot more powerful. Can't say that I understand that, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, we have returned. I appreciate that there has been a bit of a gap between the update coming out and me actually arriving to get back on playing this game, but it took me a little while to work up the fortitude to actually go through that Ducky boss fight again, and then when I did, I was playing the cutscene for all of the lasers going around in the mirrors, and then it killed me in the middle of the cutscene, which frankly was more than I could bear. So I left it at that. And then I came back and tried again today, and I reckon we might be a little bit closer to succeeding. So, what is my objective? Go to the basement. Alright, I have no idea why we're going to the basement, because it's been so long that I can't remember anything. But, let us see if we can find our way back to the elevator shaft. Can I have my gun, please, given that, I doubt that I'm going to be losing out on anything, given that, I've already got no health. And there's a blockage here, which I do not recall being here before. Let me see if I can work my way through it. And also remember the mirrors that like to bap you as you walk through this place. Is that one? No, seemingly not. Good. There was one on the other side of this wall, though. I remember it vividly. Oh, no, maybe I don't remember it vividly. Goodness only knows. Hang on, I hear a buzzing noise. I hear a buzzing noise like one of those buzzing bellboys. Can I go back to the, can I crying out loud? This game isn't quite as polished as I thought it would be. Never mind. B for basement. You press button for basement. Indeed. Well, at least we're going into a nice new environment, so there'll be lots of new places that I can get myself lost in. What the hell? I'm not doing that. That censorship is not on my end. I assure you, it seems to be on somebody else's end. What the bloody hell did I just witness? Shut up. Ringing in my ears, giving me a headache. Don't you buy me any ibuprofen.
Dad, go away. You're welcome. You're trespassing. Dad, are you okay? Some sickos keep banging on my front door. Won't leave. I had to get my shotgun. Dad, call the police and get out of there. He's one of those people from earlier. He crashed their car. He keeps smashing his head into the front door. They're all surrounding the house. Holy shit. Dad! Dad!
Goodness, at first I thought he was dealing with Jehovah's Witnesses, but no, he seems to actually be in a zombie apocalypse, which is a bit more worrisome. Can I go into the manager's office and complain? Hello, manager. I wish... Oh, goodness. The manager seems to be a cloud of vapor. Do I need to shoot this? No, perhaps not. Yeah, the manager seems to be a big cloud of vapor. Yes, Yeah, I vaguely remember these. These are like that old-fashioned style of ghost that's just a bloke with a sheet over him, if the sheet was transparent, and the bloke was even more so. Right then. Ooh, there's a little submarine here. What does this say? There is a model of a submarine sitting in a glass display case. Looking closer, you notice a key attached to the top of the submarine. Oh, I'm grateful that Michael noticed that, because I wouldn't have. The only way to get the key is to break the case. Oh, I would have enjoyed the catharsis of bashing it with the axe myself, but alright. The key is tarnished and brittle. Picked up a submarine key. Indeed, I don't really know what this is for or where this will go, but I'm grateful to have it nonetheless. Oh my giddy aunt. It seems like display cases are not the only things which have recently received an axe to them. Right, read some books. Old books and binders. Oh, seemingly not. Michael does not seem the literary type. Alright. Well, he hasn't had an axe to his face, but he does seem to have had a spoon to the eye. So, he's not doing tremendously either. Another key! Small key on the table. Picked up a sewer key. Ah, yes. Well, do I remember going through the sewers in the first game. I pick up this valve as well. No, but I can pick up a note. The bar is still having plumbing problems. I told Terry to go into the sewer and drain the entire system, but he said we needed 3 different sewer valves to completely drain it. I should have one of the valves in my basement office. That must be the one on the desk. Terry said there should be another down in the old staff laundry room. I'm not sure where the last one is, so please keep your eyes peeled in case you see it. You can also access the old staff laundry room through a vent in the okay, so we have an old laundry room and we have a modern laundry room. I see. Right, so one of them is obsessed with social media and the other one is obsessed with, I don't know, racism or something. I don't know. Not entirely sure where my understanding of the past comes from, but never mind. The TV is on and the image on the screen is frozen. Ah. Right, I didn't realise the manager was a Disney fan, but apparently he is. Okie dokie then, let us carry on with our lives.
A save point!
Crying out loud. I'm going to save very firmly over that horrid save, so that I never ever have to go through that blasted fight again. I seem to be being fought by a black pudding that somebody's dropped on the floor. Would you stop thrusting up into the air and moaning, sir? So it would seem that this game has an interesting balance, for want of better terminology, to it. Oh, for goodness sake, where's my freaking gun? Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my giddy aunt, I'm being surrounded! Yeah, an interesting sort of balance between the weapons, in that you can use the gun if you want to, but it'll drain your health. Or alternatively, you can use the axe, which won't drain your health, but of course will do less damage, and you have to get within melee range for. The trouble, of course, is that there's never any healing items, which means that losing your health is a very big cost. Oh, for goodness sake. And given that the save points are quite far away, you lose a lot when you die. There's never any healing items, he says, finding a there's never any healing items, he says, completely correctly. Staff laundry. The door is locked. You'll need a key. Do I? I don't have that key. No, I have the sewer key, don't I? And I have the submarine key. But I don't have a laundry room key yet. Alright, fair enough. Margie Diange. These people. These ones are definitely stronger than the ones we've encountered previously, right? Because I think we first encountered them when we entered the a hole in the wall. You heard a faint buzzing coming from inside. Please do not stick your arm in a hornet's nest. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate your sense of, well, sense. Yeah, when we first entered the hotel after dealing with the courtyard dandy, I think we met some of those, and they only took 2 shots to kill, but that was several millennia ago, so perhaps I shouldn't be surprised if it's wrong. Notes and information for staff. Most of the posters are about healthcare or immigration status. Oddly specific, but alright. Presumably lots of dying foreign people working here. Interesting. A note warning staff not to disclose salaries or face possible termination. Yes! Yes, for how under the sun will we be able to maintain pay discrimination if people actually know what they're getting paid? This is locked as well. Is this not to the sewer? I don't have to, like, go into the inventory in order to use my keys, do I? Presumably not, because I've got a heckin' load of them and I have no memory of ever picking any of them out. Let me just try... No, okay, I don't think I can sort of interact with the keys, so... Presumably that is another staff room of some kind, which I don't have access to at the moment. I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but the buzzing noise of the enemies really reminds me of that episode of Star Trek Voyager with the macro virus that sort of buzzed around. It really, really reminds me of that. And I can understand it with some of the enemies that levitate, because, you know, that's the sort of noise that flying creatures make. But at the same time, none of them have any wings, and I'm pretty sure that the buzzing noises from insects, such as flies, come from the sounds of their wings. Are those my footsteps? Yes, they are. I seem to be walking along a sort of metal flooring. Alright, I'm not entirely sure what this is. Some inconveniently placed foursome of pizza cutters. Don't want to eat my pizza on the floor, thank you. So I don't want to eat four at the same time. Yeah, the enemies do seem to be getting a little stronger, which I suppose makes sense given that we're progressing further into the game. And only the hardy could reach this level of the game. For no other reason than having to sit through the unskippable cutscenes before the boss fights that you have to, well, sit through for the sake of the... For the sake of the second attempt to get through the boss fight, and the third attempt, and the fourth attempt, which of course, you have to go through because there's no autosaves at the beginning of the boss fights. I'm not bitter about these things. I'm just grateful that we don't have to go through that particular boss fight ever again, although I'm sure we'll find another one later on that will make you equally irate. Is there anything in the bin? Oh no, there isn't. Goodness. Emptying these bins quite frequently, I would say. The door won't budge, but you can hear something moving on the other side. Oh, good. Well, you'll pardon me for saying that I'm grateful that we can't go through there, because it's probably full of demons and monsters. Alright, doesn't look like I can read any more of these posters. Can we go this way? This door is jammed shut. And this door is jammed shut. Goodness, if I only had a scone. Right, that joke was appalling. You need a key, use sewer key. Okay, yeah, so it does automatically state when you need them. So why are you giving me a bumload of saves now? Why didn't you give me a bumload of saves earlier when I needed the bloody things? Could I use my fishing rod for this? Yes, I could. You cast a line into the murky sewer water below. The fishing hook is caught on something. You reel it back in quickly. Old metal key. Staff quarters key. Okie dokie. That'll come in handy for something, possibly, probably, hopefully. What is this little bucket? Is there anything in the bucket? Attached to a chain. It's empty. Can I sort of kick it into the water and then bring it back up? Seemingly not. No, maybe I can put something in it and then I don't know how that would help life, but you know. This door also seems to be locked. There's a button here. I wonder what this does. You notice a button on a large pipe, and you push it. Seems very Indiana Jones, which sort of begs the question what it's doing in a bloody sewer, but never mind. Can we go through either of these doors? Which frankly look like the answers to algebra equations rather than, and by equations I mean questions. An equation could be solved with a value, but never mind. We are not here to discuss comparative mathematic terminology. We are here to attempt to go through a lot of doors and fail miserably every freaking time. Is this where the first valve goes? Place for a valve handle, yes. But I can't put it there? Are the valve handles specific? Do they have to go to specific places? I do not understand. Alright, well, we seem to have made a little bit of progress, but presumably we need to go back and use the staff quarters key in order to get something else that will help us before we can carry on with our lives. Let's sincerely hope that all of the enemies haven't respawned. Well, it seems that they did, but then they realised that I didn't want them to, and then they left. So, hey-ho, they might murder you, but they're not insensitive to your needs, and for that, I am grateful. Right, let's see. I doubt it's going to be this room, because this is the laundry room. I expect it's going to be this room over here. This staff-only labelled door. I imagine this is where they... Oh, hello, Armus. Let's have another Star Trek reference, why don't we? Interesting. Is he the next boss I'm going to have to deal with? I look forward to that. Oh wait, no, that was a great big lie. Sorry about that. I must try not to do that in future. Right. Whoa, what the bloody hell is that other than a jack in the butt? Get the freaking gun out. I'm not getting with a bloody parsec of that thing. Right. It's dead, and for that we can all be grateful. My goodness, you poor members of staff didn't get a lot of breathing room, did you? Oh, I thought that was... Oh, it is a med... Oh, it is a med kit. Oh, thank goodness for that. Of that I am extremely grateful. It's only been about 6 months since the last time I saw a piece of medicine. What's this? Another key? Laundry key! Good. We'll make some progress now. And a screwdriver. I wonder how this will help me. We have complained to the management staff several times about the strange noises and odd occurrences happening in the hotel, but they just laugh in our faces. Miriam and I have decided to record a log of all of the incidents so we can present it to Schneider and the other managers. Centelina and Vlad were cleaning out the vents in the laundry room when they heard blood-curdling screams from the room below. The screams lasted for about a minute and then stopped. After an extensive search, the source of the screams was never found. Carl, one of the waiters/busboys, went missing on the 4th floor while delivering food. We found him 2 days later, completely delirious in the basement hallway. He ran out of the hotel without explaining what happened, and we have never seen him again. Can I get to... There we are, later pages, here we are. A pair of guests were on the docks when they started hearing grunting from the tree behind them. Perhaps this would explain what that pixelization we saw earlier was about. They called out to whoever was grunting, but got no response. The sounds continued until they left. The guests claim that later that night they heard the grunting outside their hotel room. They were too frightened to open the door, but saw nothing through the peephole. Yes, right. I'm going to tell you a little factoid here. So, at the university I attended, there was a sort of a dare, as it were, known as the 4 L's, which were essentially 4 locations around the university campus whose names began with L, and you sort of gain some sort of street cred of one form or another if you could engage in the sort of relations which might engage in bring about grunting and also censorship, if you're trying to post that sort of thing on this website, and I can only assume something similar is going on in this hotel. Behind the trees is one, and outside the terrified people's doors seems to be another. Right, let's go to the 3rd page. Oh, hang on, I think I've actually missed a page here. I should have read the one at the bottom, Never mind. The body of a young African-American girl was found a few miles away near Cordova. The papers say she had both of her ears cut off. Could the ear we found be related to the incident? Presumably that was what was in the last one. I asked Schneider if we should call the police, and he told me I needed to stop being so nosy. Yes, awful nosy people trying to solve crimes and get people's families some closure. A rabid deer was found inside the pool gate area. It must have jumped over the fence and gotten trapped inside. We called animal control, who arrived 3 hours later to kill it and dispose of it. Well, I guess if it had rabies, that would be understandable, but, I might try capturing the poor thing. It's probably just really, really scared. The strange thing is, no matter how many times they shot it, it wouldn't go down. It just kept screaming and shaking violently. Eventually, they put a tarp over it and hauled it away. When bullets fail, tarpaulins will solve everything. Guests on several floors reported hearing a baby wailing during the late hours of the night. Oh, well, that must have been me trying to record some videos. Where are we now? While walking to the staff quarters in the basement, I noticed a strange silhouette in front of the door, a tall, dark figure dressed in black. I called out, but it ignored me and entered the staff quarters. After checking inside, I wasn't able to find anybody inside of the room. I found Schneider in there somewhere, crawling around on all 4s, with a black fax machine, possibly. Alright. Goodness. Sounds like the office Christmas party got a bit out of hand. Okie dokie, never mind all of that rubbish. Let's see if we can get into the laundry room and see if we can find the source of these blood-curdling, spine-chilling, stomach-emptying screams. Good thing I've got the key. Right, anybody in here that needs to get shot in the face? Not yet. Emphasis on the word yet. Alright, yes, presumably this is what we need the screwdriver for. You unscrew each of the 4 screws on the vent. The vent has now been removed, and you can climb down. You didn't need to do it so bloody suddenly. Oh good, and now my shoes are ruined. Oh well, never mind, you can't have everything. Is this a pillow? Is somebody sleeping down here? That's a bit depressing. Alright, what's this? An old dryer. So, why is this room here? And why is it accessible from a vent, for crying out loud? It seems more like a maintenance shaft, judging by the ladder. Alright, we've got the... This is why you shouldn't remove random components from bits of machinery, because you'll probably bugger something up. Oh goodness, somebody has broken the ladder. In fairness, you could probably climb up that much of the ladder and then just turn around and grab the wall, but never mind. Alright, well, I obviously can't get through here, judging by the game design, so we're going to have to go somewhere else. An old washing machine. Very old washing machine. I haven't just seen a design like this in my entire life. Is it... Oh. There's an hole in the ground. It's a big and sort of round it was. Goodness, I don't have a bowler, but if I did, then perhaps I could reenact half of the story for you. A huge gash has been cut into the floor, which naturally I'm going to leap into because I've got no sense of frickin' self-preservation. Oh, good, and now I am immersed in all of the poop and piddle. I mean, I don't know what I expected. I should have guessed that that was going to happen the minute I picked up the sewer key, but you know, it was nice to pretend like it wasn't going to happen for a few seconds. Alright, I don't really know exactly where I am, nor do I really know where I'm going, because there doesn't actually seem to be a door out of here, unless you want me to jump down through the gap in the railing that we saw over there, which seems like a reasonable thing to assume, given I can't seem to interact with any of these little boxes on the wall. Alright. Oh, good. Now I'm even wetter than before. Good, good, good. Frankly, by the time that Michael finds his wife, she is probably just going to say, "Go away, you stinky man. I don't want to be responsible for attempting to get you clean again. So, let's have a little break in this relationship." Alright, where am I going from here? Yet again, I find myself stuck between Kitty and... Heiko. I love the fact that you can only jump about 3 pixels high in this game, and yet sometimes that's still incredibly vital. Alright, it seems like this is the door, the exit, but goodness knows how you actually access it. I mean, this looks like a door, right? It must be a door. The question is how to get it open, because I don't seem to be able to interact with it. There must be something else somewhere, something down here. Otherwise, what would be the point of this area? No, seemingly not. What are these two funny pipe-looking things? I don't know. Not because we can see anything on the camera. I do vaguely recall having a camera at some point, but I have no idea what purpose this is actually supposed to serve, because I've completely forgotten. Oh, can I turn the camera off so we stop wasting the battery meter that you can't see? But never mind. At least we can see slightly better. Oh, good. It's a demon snake made of corpses, and I'm expected to fight the bloody thing. Of course I frickin' am. Right, give me me gun. Give me me gun! Kitty aunt. Let me not try to not get stuck on things for at least a few seconds. The thing I can't quite get along with in terms of this gun dealing damage to your health is that it means that unless you want to fight the enemy with melee, which seems a little foolhardy, then you have to shoot the enemy with the gun, which of course drains your health, which means that you're restricted to having no health to fight the enemy with. Which means you're basically going to die in one hit from the enemy. Especially when you miss a load, and then your stamina runs out, so you can't shoot tremendously often. Oh, goodness man, leave me alone! I should probably take my healing kit, but I don't remember whether opening the inventory slows time or not. I hope that it does. Bloody hell, he's closer than I wanted him to be. Now, why was that boss fight 17,000% easier than the other one? I'm not complaining, but I am confused. Alright, we've got all the valves we need, so let's try and make our way back to the sewer, and then we get the sewer drained. Whatever under the sun that purpose is supposed to serve, I don't know. But never mind. Let's get the hell out of here. I don't care where we go, so long as it's in that direction. Ugh. Perhaps... Hello again. Why does it still sound like I'm plapping around on some sort of river, which isn't accurate? Where was the sewer again? I think it was this way. Oh no, the other way. I don't even. Hang on a minute. Wasn't that door over here a minute ago? The laundry. Oh yeah, because of course we didn't come out the laundry room, did we? We came out the elevator that I didn't know was there. That makes more sense now. Derp brain. What's that rattling? Oh, it's you again. Giddy aunt. I was wondering what that was. It sounded like somebody trying to rattle a door that was locked. But no. It was just another blasted jack in the box. Can we at least get a little closer to... Oh, no. No, we can't because it's dead, and of that I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you all very much for dying a lot. I thoroughly approve. Right, there we are. That's all of the ducky saves dead, and we can be grateful for that. Alright. Alright, back into the sewers. We need to see if we can find where these valves go. Why was the key still locked? I mean, why was the door still locked? Goodness. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. If you've been here long enough by now, then I'm sure you've developed your own personal translation matrix within your brain that helps you figure out what under the sun is I'm yammering on about half the time. Oh, I see, so I have to use these in reverse order. Interesting. Presumably that's so that you, what, that doesn't open this? Oh, alright then. Does it open one of these doors, perhaps? No. Curious. I imagine that would do something. No, I was wondering whether they were... Oh, there are other places you can use the valves. I thought I had to use one valve in order to get through that door, and then that would lead me into another part of the sewer, or I could use a second valve, and then that would lead me into another part, etc., etc. But no, I was stupid and foolish, which I sincerely hope doesn't surprise you. Alright, where does this third one go? Ah, maybe over here. On this pipe, perhaps? Yes, indeed. Here we go. No, no, perhaps I was thinking earlier that if I wanted you to use them in reverse order, then the purpose of that might be to force you to to force you to learn to speak the frickin' English language before you make a hobby doing just that and nothing else. What under the sun is that? Beyond a blurry mess of pixels. I thought the point of putting them in reverse order might be to force you to get all of them before you use any of them. Why is this thing undulating? I don't know, and frankly, I don't care to find out. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Michael, you need to get out in the sun more. You're very pale. What the hell is going on with this bloody floor? I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. All I wish to do is get the hell out of here. You know, finally, some functional and fast machinery. I approve. Can I, clamber through here? You go through the gap in the fence. Yes, indeed. Nice to have Michael do something for his own for once, rather than expecting me to do it all. Alright, I'm going to get the axe out for no other reason than taking up less of the screen. Can I go through here? This section of wall looks different. Is it all of the blood? It might be all of the blood. As you reach out to touch the wall, you find you can put your hand through it. You step into the wall. Oh. Right. Here's another thing in this game that doesn't really make any sense. Lovely! Absolutely charming. My giddy aunt, this place is just delectable, isn't it? Man alive. I don't know what this says. I think it says, site employees only past this point, which, it seems vaguely reasonable. Only if you had the threat of firing people could you possibly, what the hell is that? What the, I'm fighting some sort of rat roach! I'm dying to some sort of frickin' rat roach as well. My giddy aunt. Alright, well, it's only about 3 minutes ago, so it's not a tremendous amount to lose, but, we're still going to have to sit through the cutscenes again, which do get under my skin a little bit. And, of course, when you die, all the enemies respawn. which means you have to shoot them or run away from them, which involves losing health. I know, Michael, just go through the door. Just go through the door! Alright, this will allow me to test something. Am I going to use valve 1 or valve 3 for this? Valve 1, okay, so the individual valves have specific locations that they go to. It's just the fact that that I saw Michael's arm and the axe there for a second, seemingly, in the cutscene, which is not actually the first time that I've seen something like that. Where was I going again? This way, I think. Yes, in the part where you jump on the minecart just before you go down to the interminable cutscene, and also the long-winded boss fight with all of the mirrors and Ducky. Once or twice I've had the gun out and I've jumped into the minecart there, and I've seen the Michael's hands and the gun not having been despawned, as would seem to occur when you go into a cutscene which isn't like this one, which presumably is a pre-rendered thing, versus the other ones which seem to be more sort of rendered in-game. Just all wave marks around like some sort of tipsy Varkin. Excellent. Right, it's a little bit embarrassing that I died so bloody close to a save point, but we'll pretend like that didn't happen. And I'll get my gun out preemptively, if I can ever find the bloody thing. Although, trying to use a bullet to kill an insect seems a little stupid, given that most insects are smaller than bullets, meaning it would be rather difficult to hit it. Also very difficult not to kill it if you did hit it, so perhaps there's swings and roundabouts being involved here. Right then. We're going to ignore the fact that a 9-year-old lone wanderer from Fallout 3 can defeat a Radroach and I can't, and we'll leave it at that. Is that it? Yes, it is, but I didn't manage to shoot it. That's a little bit better. Right then. I'm glad to see that we found an acceptable arrangement that we could come to. By which I mean, you rolled over and died, and I carried on with my life. Excellent. That's just what I wanted. What under the sun? There's something else which is being censored. What the hell is in this game? I have no bloody idea. Is there like a setting for that? Seemingly not, no. Alright, interesting. Interesting. I've played 1 or 2 games that had like censorship options for the sort of thing I think it's trying to go for, but those weren't... What the hell is this? What the hell is this piece of machinery? It looks like a cross between a scientific experiment, a hamster cage, a torture device, and an incubation pod. Ugh. Alright, that's a night of passion I do not want to be witness to. Alright, never mind any of that. But no, those games were much more worthy of censorship, shall we say, than that. Alright, let me read this before I start messing with it. The rats here are diseased, but still a tasty treat. All you really need is some decaying meat. Lay it near their hole, and then wait as long as you can. A rat will appear. Don't let it bite your hand. Oh, you mean you need the decaying meat to lure the rat so that you can eat it. I thought you meant you were going to eat the decaying meat of the diseased rat, because eating a diseased rat isn't bad, right? But eating a diseased rat whose meat is beginning to decompose would somehow be worse. Despite the fact that a fillet of diseased rat is already one of the most disgusting meals I can possibly think of. Makeshift wooden cages for small animals. You see several rat carcasses have been picked clean. Is that what these are? Is that what that is? Is that a Tootsie? Possibly. Possibly, yes. Frankly, I don't care to find out. Alright, do you want me to catch a rat? Can I do something with this? A glass enclosure, there is a mouse wheel inside connected to electronic equipment. It looks like a rodent was kept in here at some point. Oh my giddy aunt. So, because we don't have any kind of, you know, batteries on us, like the ones in the camera, for example. What is this? An outlet. You can use it to charge the camcorder. Oh, nice. Good as new. Thank you. I'm going to get some meat, and then I'm going to find a hole, and then I'm going to put the meat by the hole, and then I'm going to grab the rat with my mitten, because A, that isn't a good way to get a disease, and B, rats move very slowly, and then I'm going to somehow get it inside of this cage so that it can use its tiny amount of energy in order to produce a tiny amount of electricity in order to get whatever the hell it is that this is functioning. Right, I've got an objective, and of that I'm grateful, because this game is not great at giving you objectives, so we're going to pretend like everything is fine, and I'm not going completely bananas. Oh, giddy aunt. I don't like this place. This is becoming a bit more horror, which I like. A bit more sort of grimy and horrid and disgusting, which I rather approve of. I was a little... What the hell is that sort of hook? A strong metal hook. It stands out from its surroundings. It's less rusted. Oh, yes. It and my mittens are the only thing in this place which aren't red. Although Michael's mittens do seem to have gone from being grey, which is nice. Presumably that was just a holdover from the previous world, where he has a slightly different model. Push this. A broken minecart is blocking the path to another area. Oh, I can't push it? Well, Michael has no hesitancy about jumping into minecarts. Oh, gosh. Another hook. Another hook. Alright, I don't know what I need all these hooks for, but perhaps we're going to hang up some of the diseased meat. That seems like the sort of thing that you might do if you have no standards. A decaying old dumpster. You check inside, but there was nothing of use. I'm glad to see you're so thorough, my friend. Alright, what else do we have? Nout. Good. Frankly, I don't want anything out there. Okay, let's see where this goes. It's a little ramp, I think. Yes, it is down to a slightly lower level. And some big chains. Can I have these big chains? Strong metal chains. They could be useful in this area. Mining chains. Alright, well that at least associates them with the mining hooks. I don't really want to jump down there, if I'm completely frank. Can I press this button and do a thing? Some kind of control panel. It has a large button. You press it, but nothing happens. Ah, right. This box looks like the same box that was connected to the little mouse cage, so presumably this is what powering the device will relate to, and what it will help us achieve. So ain't that lovely? Aha, here is a third hook. Alright, that's lovely, and here's the mouse hole. A rat hole. You peer inside, but you don't see anything. Yes, well, rats aren't exactly known for well illuminating their homes, are they? Alright, so what am I going to use the minecarts for? It said that... what am I going to use the minecart for? I'm going to give away the end of my sentence, is what I'm going to do by bollocking it up royally. We have to use these minecarts. Idiot. We have to use the mining hooks and the mining chains. There's 3 little handles here which we could attach the hooks to, and that might help us get the hell out of here. You attach the mining hooks and the chains. You grab the chains of both arms and begin to pull. Okay, Michael's not quite as much of a twiggler as I thought he was, so that's nice. His weedy little arms seem to have grown a bit. Excellent! A healing herb. I'm grateful for that. I've also got my my first aid kit, which I completely forgot about. The hell is that? The hell is that? It's a bodice. It's an evil bodice. It's also thrusting backwards and forwards by moving its hips up and down, and its knees as well. So I'm a little worried about why that didn't get frickin' censored. But never mind. It's dead now, and I'm grateful. All right. Was it feeding? Was it feeding on something horrific? A pair of dirty trash cans. One is filled with a strange black liquid. Is that the Concluse liquid that we were talking about before? I do not know. Is it a can of meat? No. It's no can of anything. Alright, fair enough. What's that? You check inside. There is a pack of rotting deli meat. It smells wretched. Oh. Good. I'm actually kind of grateful that we found that, because it means we can progress with the game, but I kind of would have been happier if we had... Oh, gosh. Do you think I can walk over this? I don't know, but I'm going to go save. And then I'm going to hiccup horrifically. I can save it, can I? I didn't save on the... most recent save wasn't on the far side of the wall I went through. No, it was just over here, if I remember correctly. Yes indeed. Good. I'm glad to see that my brain is not completely defunct. It's quite defunct, but not completely. Let's just do that one. Alrighty then. Let's try to relax and take a breath, because I don't think we're in any immediate danger here. So I'm kind of curious to see if I can walk across that tightrope and access that other area. I don't really know what it's going to include. There's There's something there. I can't quite see what it is. It looks like one of those circuit boards from Fallout 4 or something, but I presume that's not the reality of the situation. Let me see if I can get across here without dying. A long metal pole stretches out into the darkness, but it's too narrow to walk across. Oh. We could kind of hang underneath it and sort of, you know, go along like that. That might sort of work. So I don't know how we'd get up on the other side, but we could try. Goodness knows we could try. Alright, and we'd probably die in the process, but, you know, it's something to look forward to. Okay, so we can't actually do that then. That's fair enough. Presumably I can't do that here either. No. Alrighty then. Well, we've got the meat, so let's see if we can get ourselves a rat. We mightn't be a tightroper, but goodness knows we're a rat catcher. You lay the decaying meat in front of the hole. The meat is putrid. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. Perhaps you should leave the area and come back after some time has passed. Why? The rat isn't just going to stand there and wait for me to come back, is he? Unless you want... Unless, like, the rat is going to die? Oh, I can't go back through here. Oh. The part of the wall you travelled through, which frankly sounds like you're climbing through an orifice, is sealed now. Interesting. Curious. But it can't be that the rat's going to die, because then how's it going to run on a wheel? How very bizarre. I have no idea how this is going to work. How am I even supposed to get into another area? Because I can't go over here. Because, of course, the machine isn't functioning, and I can't go across here. Unless something has changed back this way. Well, I can't possibly imagine why it would have. We haven't activated any machinery yet. Oh, no, we just had to wander around for a little while. Was that a time thing, or was that a distance thing? I don't know. But let us see. There is the rat! And somehow he's not going to run away from me. You're kind of cute. After waiting and coming back, you find a mutated rat snacking on the meat you left earlier. It doesn't take notice of you as it devours its food. Now would be a perfect time to grab it. Pick up mutated rat. And I've just popped that in my pocket as if it were my wallet. Good. Good. I swear I'm going completely balmy doing this, but hey-ho. Hey-ho, what does it matter? Can we put the rat in here? Yep. Hopefully I don't have a disease. And now he's going to get some exercise in order to burn off the calories. Excellent, excellent. Yes, I know what he's doing. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Do I need to, like, press a button or anything? No, but that looks like it's powered now, so isn't that tremendous? Can we please get the hell out of here and get this over with before I go any more barking crazy than I already am? Alright. I suppose I'm jumping in here. Why not? It wouldn't be the weirdest thing we've done in the past half an hour. So first we had a minecart ride, and now we're having more of a monorail ride. Alright. Let's hope there isn't a boss fight right after this that is going to kill me several dozen times, so I have to sit through this cutscene time and time again. I know I keep ragging on about that, and I'm sorry. Right? I don't mean to rag on the game in that manner, but at the same time, why can't you skip the cutscene after the first time you watch it? Right, it's a boss fight. You know people are going to die to it a couple of times, right? And it's not a boss fight like the one with that big poo snake that we dealt with, which is a sentence I never thought I'd utter. Where it's just a case of shooting the enemy, right? It involves a bit of tactics and a bit of thinking and a bit of trial and error. And trial and error in video games naturally involves dying and redoing things, so, But never mind. Kindly die, you leggy loon. Right. That's the end of that little matter. This reminds me of a bit in a Resident Evil game, actually. Resident Evil 5, I think it was. Which I played a bit of some time ago. You deont. That was another game I actually rage quit from after getting stuck in a... well, it wasn't a boss fight, it was the fight with a load of baddies I just couldn't win because they were killing it. It was very annoying. Very annoying, very embarrassing, and maybe very glad that we didn't do a series on Resident Evil 5 because that would have been another game that I failed at. But hey-ho, my perseverance has brought me back to this one, so let's see if we can deal with this problem before we start invoking any others. Is this a door? Yes, it is, but it's locked, which means it's more of a wall at the moment, but never mind. What's that? I don't know. Some broken bit of skirting board that somebody seems to have dropped in there. Alright, fair enough. Shall we see if we can read any mutated notices? Repair note number 2. The manager on duty last reported seeing Ben as he entered an elevator to sub-basement 3. The manager noted that Ben did not seem depressed or in a bad mood. While investigation into Ben's disappearance continues, repairs to the hotel still needed to be completed. In the meantime, we have hired another plumber to look into the drainage issue. Vince. Interesting. So, despite this world being full of corroded metal and mutated rats, it does seem like some vaguely ordinary things are going on, which is a little mysterious. But I think that's half the point, or possibly the entire point. I don't know. For a bloke who yammers on about game design all the time, I really know nothing about game design. But hey, here's something that's grey instead of red, so that's nice, isn't it? Nice to get a bit of variety in your visual spectrum. I don't really know where we're going. I feel like we're crawling down into the trash compactor from Star Wars. But, we'll muddle along until we find another corpse. And then we'll shoot it. Or possibly a crocodile, judging by the shape of it. I'm not wholly sure. See, that's another thing I don't get about this gun taking away your health. What really is the point of me having health kits, then? Because if I take health, I'm just going to lose it the next time I shoot the gun. Seriously, what the hell are you? Why are you buzzing again? You're crawling along the floor for crying out loud. That is a human body, isn't it? Just die for crying out loud. Thank you very much. I'm glad there are only one-shot kills. That makes me very happy, given that this gun is not tremendously effective or accurate. But never mind. Let's just carry on with our lives. And pretend like we know where we're going and we know what we're doing. Let's jump down here for no particularly good reason. Right. Shiny. I wish to have the shiny, please. An uncanny looking key. It's disfigured. What on earth are you talking about? It looks exactly the same as all the other ones. Never mind. Let's read this third repair note. After an extensive investigation of the sub-basement where Ben went missing, absolutely nothing has been found. The new plumber hired by Vince checked and has confirmed the drainage issue was not coming from the sub-basement's plumbing. Though we have found nothing to confirm Ben's death, it is strange to think his body might be down there rotting away somewhere. I keep wondering if he crawled into some hole, got stuck, and no one ever found him. Can you imagine dying like that? No, but I frankly, I struggle to imagine dying at all, given that I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure I'll get around to that one day. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my giddy aunt! Do you actually expect me to jump down there? You probably do, don't you, given there's no bloody way I'm crawling back up there. Alrighty ho! Oh gosh. Oh, here we are. Oh gosh! Hello, Ben. Presumably, or some sort of ancient miner, if I could only find the bloody gun again. Giddy aunt. The gun just takes up so much of the screen. Well, the gun doesn't. It's more Michael's wrists and arms and hands that are the problem here. It does confuse you why the gun isn't a bit lower down or something. But never mind. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Let's murder a few miners. I hear another one. But I don't see another one. I do see an elevator, however, which is lovely. I might just get the hell out of it. Is something dripping from the ceiling? Yes. Yes, something is clearly dripping from the ceiling, except now when I mention it and then it suddenly stops to make me look like a numpty. Right. This button powers the lift. Press it? Well, I don't know. You decide, mate. You're the protagonist, I'm not. Hooray! We escaped a little bit. So now we've got a disfigured key. The hell am I going to use this for? Possibly this door over here? This is the only locked door I can think of that we've seen in the last little while. Hooray! We did it! Oh gosh. Oh gosh, more corpses. Surprisingly lively ones, for that matter. Right, what is this? A pink slip. I'm sorry, what? What on earth are you talking about? What is this? Okay, there seems to be a name at the top. First warning. Your behaviour has been found unsatisfactory for damaging equipment, rudeness, failing to follow procedure, and failing to meet performance standards. Right. So some bloke called Carmine started swearing at a machine before battering it with a hammer. Fair enough. Ted sent 3 carts back to loading without calling ahead, causing major line damage and breaking all 3 carts. The following immediate and sustained corrective action must be undertaken by the employee. Failure to do so will result in further disciplinary action, including termination. Our insurance requires Ted to take a 40-hour safety course. From now on, he must remember to call ahead before sending carts to different areas. The number is easy to remember. It's 6888. Okay. So is there something that needs that code? Some sort of phone that I need to use? I don't really know how that would help me, but perhaps I could make use of that in one way or another. Alright, can I use this now? This panel already has power running to it. You press the button, but nothing happens. Alright. So I need to call in a cart. Possibly I can't do that until I've phoned ahead, in order to let my mother know I'm coming home or something. But, alright, is there any explanation? Find your way back to the hotel. Why am I trying to get back into that? Why did they come down to the bloody basement in the first place? Can I go back? Yes, and the cutscene isn't so tremendously long this time, so that's lovely. Alright, I'm going to check to see if either of these tightrope poles have changed at all. That one certainly hasn't. Let me see if this one's changed at all. There must be a phone somewhere that I can use that, there's definitely something over there. Yeah, there must be like a phone or something that I can use in order to make a call. Because otherwise, what would be the purpose of finding that key, opening the door, and reading the note? It wouldn't serve a purpose. It would be completely and utterly pointless. Alright, yes, give me a moment, I'll see what I can find, because I'm really not sure, unless this is opened again. No, it's sealed up still. So where am I going? Where am I going? What am I doing? I'm going to save. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to save. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, give me a moment, I'll see if I can find this phone. I have no idea where this enemy is. I can only assume that he's just below me or just on the other side of this wall. Whether he's spawned in slightly the wrong place or whether there's another area I can at some point access. I don't know. The other thing I don't know is what under the sun I do next, because there doesn't seem to be anything anywhere that I can interact with or use or do anything with, really. I can't find any kind of a phone that I could use in order to call ahead. I can't find any way to activate this in order to make these new minecarts come along. And yeah, going back on the minecart doesn't allow me to do anything that I couldn't previously do. So I am a little confuzzled as to what I'm doing next. So this is a bit of a bum place to leave the episode, really, but again, I've found myself stuck somewhere with no understanding of how to progress. So yes, for the sake of not just looking up a walkthrough, which I have had to do various times before in this series, I'll save and I'll leave it here, and then I'll figure out what it is that we do, and we'll start off the next episode by doing that. So that I'll get through here, can I? No, it's clearly a corridor there. I'm not sure it goes anywhere though, because this is still sealed, so we can't go through here. But I can't find any kind of a phone or anything really, unless you want me to jump down there. Except you don't, because there's an invisible barrier stopping me from doing that. Interesting. Right then, I will save and we'll leave it there for this week, I think. And yes, I'll see if I can find a walkthrough or a video or a guide or something, which might give me a clue as to what. Oh, hang on. Oh no, this is just a picture saying you don't use your camcorder. Sorry, I thought this was a phone. It isn't. Perhaps that's a clue telling me that the phone, the camcorder is more useful here than I otherwise realised. That wouldn't allow me to get across here, would it? I don't know how it would, but no. Maybe I'll be able to see some bit of platform that I can't see, and I can't see without the camera. That isn't true over here, is it? Again, I don't know why it would be, but you know. You know, one has to try, because there definitely is something over there. I just don't know what it is. You can see some sort of light thing over there. But, Nailbold is what it is. Anyway, yes, I will look up a solution to this because I'm befuddled, and we will come back and carry on with this next week, I think, as I would like to see the end of this game. I don't like to leave series unfinished, and I apologise for all the very mean things that I said about the unskippable cutscenes and the boss fights, and all of the mean things that I said in the previous episode, but it is nice to be back into this game because it does have interesting design, it does have weird enemies, it does have an interesting, well, it has a sort of interesting storyline. The premise of the story is relatively simple, but the way it executes it is quite curious. And, you know, I don't like to form a full judgment on a game before I've actually gone all the way to the end of it, so I feel like the least I can do to this game is see it all the way through to the end. It's like a pair of bloody shoes or something. What the hell is that? Yeah, I feel like the least I can do is at least get all the way to the end of it so that I can have some sort of final thoughts on it, rather than having only seen part of the game. So, yes, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed some of this, so look after each other and good night.